shot! Utah!
What's up, Slapshot Utah? An incredible week of hockey, and even more so, incredible week for the Utah Mammoth. We have a lot to talk about, Leroy, but let's address the Mammoth in the room. Where the hell are you right now?
Welcome to Slapshot Utah. I am coming at you live from the French Quarter in beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana, on vacation for my wife's birthday. And so you'll have to forgive my makeshift hotel room setup here. I did, however, bring my beads. It's just been a nonstop orgy of Bloody Marys and charbroiled oysters for about 2 days straight. We still got to make a plane tomorrow, but yeah, having a great time, just eating seafood, beignets, and drinking in the bars. And we went on the spooky New Orleans ghost tour bar crawl last night. Yeah, and we're gonna do the riverboat tonight. Oh, it's fucking great. Yeah, we drank absinthe and found like all the haunted pirate ghost stories. I guess there was like a pirate convention in town, so like everywhere you go, there's like people dressed up as pirates walking around. It's been a great weekend.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad you're having a great weekend because we had a great week. Oh, did you show your tits? Did you earn those properly?
No, I had to buy them. No one wanted to. No one asked me to dump them out for beads. So, yeah.
Well, let's dive right into it, dude. This week, incredible history marking events happened this week. Tuesday night, we beat the Oilers for the first time in franchise history, 6-5 with a Clayton Keller overtime slapper. That was awesome. But let's really talk about the important thing that came out that night. The Tusk beer. The Tusk beer came out.
Just in time for the playoffs. What are they, $26?
So, hold on.
Oh,
so
nice.
I want to warn people, do not drink it like this, because I have water in here right now, but they were showing people on the Jumbotron, Leroy, chugging it like this. And what happens is air gets into this Tusk and it launches the drink right back into your face.
Oh, like a wave. It's like a wave action.
So drink it from the side.
Drink it from the side.
That's the pro tip. But
seems like it would be best to drink two at the same time, something like that.
Exactly. But here's the thing, like you addressed earlier, it's $31 if you add the 10% tip, because it's $62 for two of them with a 10% tip.
Because without the tip, it's $26. Is that what you said?
I don't know. I always do the 10%.
10%, and it came to 31.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's about $28
for two.
Okay, so 24-ounce beer at the Delft Center anyway is $16. So you're going to pay $10 or $12 for each one of those Tusks. Although
exactly.
I almost have to have one. I'm saving my Tusk brew.
I got one for you.
What's that?
I got one for you.
It's beauty, dude. It's beauty.
Yeah, I got one.
So how's that? How's the stand work? Does it stand up pretty stable?
It's just, it stands up pretty stable. Like people said on the internet, it kind of looks like a boot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it has that vibe.
So I put out on Instagram, I wanted to know people's thoughts on the Tusk. So we got a couple answers. So we got one from Michael Lucero. He said, they could be way better. I mean, Buffalo has a beer saber. I'm still buying one tomorrow, though.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, look, the beer saber is cool, but it doesn't really look that much like a saber either. So I think
the Tusk is pretty. I'm kind of going to disagree with you, Michael. I think the Tusk is cooler than the saber. Now,
can you set the saber down? Not that
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if you can.
you just have to hold it the entire time.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you
It
a
is
question.
cool, though.
Well, when you drank your beer out of the Tusk at the Delta Center, did you ever set it down, or did you kind of hold it the whole time?
I mean, I was in your sweet seats, so I put them down. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just set them right there by the glass.
Exactly.
Yeah, great game against the Oilers. I mean, we just
Great
look.
game.
I didn't watch the game yesterday. Obviously, I was out doing other things. But Dylan Gunther with his 40th goal against the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah.
How
That's
about
a big
that?
accomplishment.
Look,
That's a big accomplishment.
Not only did we get Tusks, because that was pretty flippin' important, but also, my friend, we are now playoff participants. We have made it to the dance.
I thought you were going to talk about the other cool thing that came out on Tuesday.
So many cool things. What happened on Tuesday?
The Zammoth, dude.
The Zammoth,
bro.
yeah.
The Zammoth is fucking cool.
The Zammoth is bitching. Now, I know there's some haters. They're going to say it's not a real Zamboni. And you're right. It was at one time a Zamboni.
Yeah.
It's an homage to a real Zamboni. But I think what is cool is it kind of has a little bit of like a bandwagon feel. You know what I mean? Like it's not just one or two kids that get to ride on the Zamboni, although they're still doing that. Huh?
I think they put 8.
8? That's a whole group.
8 people.
It has a fun vibe to it. It kind of the Zammoth kind of bumps around on the ice, and I think it's cool.
Dude, it blows cryo out of the trunk.
Yeah.
But I think but like I wanted to touch on this. I made a note of this that I need you all, after you listen to this episode, of course, to look up the man behind the painting of the Zammoth. His name is Matt Arnold, and this guy is freaking awesome. Fox 13 did like a morning piece on him. You can see it on YouTube. Just put Matt Arnold Zammoth painter. And this guy in December got diagnosed with stage 4 terminal cancer. And they gave him like 18 to 24 months to live. And it's a really cool story on how like he's so proud that he could paint it, so like in the future when he's not around, his kids can see that Zammoth. And I want you to know, Matt, if you ever listen to this, that we'll think of you too when we see that Zammoth. You're fucking awesome. It's a great piece. Go watch it. It's on YouTube. Fox 13 did a great thing with it, and it's really cool to see like how it really came together. But I like to see like this is all the cool things that like we're watching. This is like the evolution of an NHL team, and it's so cool to like be a part of it and watch the first of everything, you know? Like you said, dude, we clinched the playoffs, dude. We clinched the freaking playoffs. And before we talk about this, I just listened to it right before we got on. Barrett left us an electric voicemail that I want you to hear, dude.
All right, let's have it.
And then we'll talk about the future and the playoffs, dude.
Let's go, boys! Let's fucking go! Baby, we're gonna play in the best postseason in professional sports. Let's go! Let's go! Hard road ahead, but the 14 fan base needs to be behind this team. Tell everybody that you know, everybody that you fucking see on the street, get fucking hyped. This is a hockey town. This is a hockey fucking town, boys, and we are gonna make it so lit in a couple weeks. We gotta stay strong, stay grounded. Defense gotta stay locked in. Close out the season, first wild card. But holy shit, we're gonna have home playoff hockey at the Delta Center, baby, and this crowd is gonna be going nuts. We better be telling all these people in their club seats and all that shit. We do have to get back on track, John. You're absolutely right about that. But I believe they're going to, and it's going to be the loudest
I think we all share the same feeling. Lee, how you feeling when you saw Utah Mammoth secure our spot for the Stanley Cup playoffs?
We could all feel it was coming. We knew it was going to happen. We were just waiting for the exhale. But Barrett, great take, because you've got a great point, and I know we can all feel it. I know anyone who's lived here in Salt Lake or in Utah any longer than 10 years or so knows how this town reacts when our team makes the playoffs, right? And
oh yeah,
I mean, we know, but here's the fun part, John. I don't think the NHL knows. I don't think anybody else really knows. You think you already saw the Delta Center? I saw Sean Dursey talking on an interview, and he was saying he's really excited to see how this building reacts, because I think he can feel the inhalation before the blast of fanatic enthusiasm is going to hit the NHL here. You're going to come to Salt Lake City. You're going to feel it. You are going to hear it. We're going to shake your bones to the fucking core, man. This is going to be the most disgusting place to play in the NHL. Ryan Smith tried to warn y'all, but you didn't listen. But we know Utah's showing up, and if you can tell, I mean, did you see the resale for that first game? I mean, we were trying anything we could to try and get extra tickets for that game. And I mean, it was going so fast. You can tell people are just ready to rip this apart. And I you know it as much as I, just like that first Dylan Gunther goal a couple of years ago, right? That first one, you can win. If we go up 1-0, whoever it is that scored, the place is going to blow like an atomic fucking bomb. Clubbers.
Yeah.
So I'm so proud of this town. I'm so proud of our fan base. You're right, John. It's everything that we're building, everything that we're doing. And here, I think it's just beginning to reach a crescendo where, look out for Utah, baby, because you're about to see us for real, dog.
Oh, dude, I've been to Jazz playoff games. It is electric. They cheer on every shot. Like, this hockey game, that first game 3 hockey game, and I also want to touch on that because that was a big topic of all, like, clubbers, that I am so sick of these people that are just buying all these tickets to flip them. My friend Kayla, shout out Kayla, works at Cotton Bottom, right? And she was wearing her Mammoth gear, and some lady starts talking to her like, oh, yeah, like, blah, blah, blah. She says, oh, yeah, I have some friends that, like 6 or 7 friends that they all got together early this morning so they could buy all the tickets and sell them for double. Like, fuck you, man. Like, dude, I want real fans in there. Like, we got lucky. Meg got lucky. She was the only one out of all of us that hit it. We got very last row for $140 each, which is incredible. But, like, the fact that I was seeing, like, the $126 tickets that you and me were trying to get, every time you hit continue, it's like, oh, already gone. Already gone. Yeah. And then it's like, and then you go on to like StubHub and those same tickets are like 500. And it's like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, my hope is that, because they gave season ticket holders the first crack at those extra tickets, because every season ticket holder could buy 6 extra. My hope is most season ticket holders were buying those to help include other Utah Mammoth fans.
Yeah.
To the not, I mean, think about what it is that you're doing. If you're calling yourself a Mammoth fan and you're just buying up tickets to giving Oilers fans, or to flip them, or even, I mean, the amount of money in the resale, it's just stupid.
And I get it.
I mean, it's not even like a regular well, there's some, okay, like for instance, like RSL, right? Everybody wants a ticket to Inter Miami because Messi is coming to town. And I can see if you want to flip that. Well, fuck. I mean, you flip one of those tickets, it'll practically pay for your season ticket. It's just regular season, right? But this is the playoff, guys. Like, and so I have a feeling
first one.
I know. Which makes me think, I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty bitchin'. But you're right. That trying to buy extra tickets was a shit show. I hope you got yours.
I do too.
listener.
I hope everybody that wanted it got it. And even if you didn't, like, go to game 4. I've been looking at SeatGeek like religiously, kind of like I look at Facebook Marketplace. It's slowly kind of coming, like, correcting. Like, it's not as big of a like jump as it was initially. So I hope that anyone that can get out there, and because I'm telling you, that first pop in that game 3, dude, I might have to wear earplugs.
Well, hey, look, but there's a whole nother angle of this too, John. We don't suck. We've been doubting ourselves all
Yeah.
year long that we can. Oh my goodness, what if we get the Oilers in first round? Like, who gives a shit?
Fuck it.
We
Yeah,
can
we
beat
beat
those
them.
guys. We've shown over the last couple of weeks we can pretty much skate with anybody. Like, we can hang with anybody when we're in our zone. And so, you know, I mean, I missed that loss against Carolina. I don't know how it looked, but I think it's all right for the team to take a night off. You know, especially Carolina's going to be the kind, you know, they're going to be a great team. I think they're going to get far into the playoffs as well. But, you know, they're all, there's a couple games. I mean, are you going to any of the other games this next week? Or are you going to that last game, the St. Louis game?
Yeah, I'll be at St. Louis. Yeah,
they moved that game time up to 5:30, I think, which is a beaut. Yeah. Yeah. So, man, I'm ready.
I just want to touch on last night's loss. It wasn't as ugly as you guys would think. And Coach Bear, I think, said it perfectly in an interview. And I think it was on Friday. They said this is a perfect time to play the Carolina Hurricanes. Because, like you said, they're a formidable playoff team. They might go pretty deep. And he said they're hard pressing. They're a difficult opponent. And this is a good time. This is what playoff hockey is going to be. And this is where, like, our veterans are going to have to be there for our guys. This is their first run. Where it's like, if you lose one, hey, buddy, they still got to beat us a couple more times. So we got to keep our head on a swivel and keep going hard. I didn't catch the third period because I was at the final Grizzlies game, which that was awesome. Shout out to the Utah Grizzlies. They won 2-1 in overtime. Yeah, moving to New Jersey, what is the beginning of a lot of ours who didn't experience Golden Eagles hockey exposure in Utah is leaving us. And I kind of got mixed feelings about it, Lee. I was looking at all the like cool alternate Grizzlies jerseys that they have and stuff, and I was like, man, I'm gonna miss seeing these things around.
Yeah, I have a lot of great memories with the Grizzlies. My brother and I drunk on the train, you know, with the transfer, so we don't have to drive to get out there. It was always a great time. The jerseys, the promotions were always a lot of fun. You know, I'm gonna miss them too. I think I was supposed to go to that Grizzlies game with you, but then I overlooked the fact that I had already planned a vacation.
Yeah, we took Billy G and his wife came, and it was fun. But one thing about that game that was really cool was I really liked this chant that the Grizzlies fans do, where one half of the arena goes, "Let's go Utah," and the other side goes, "Utah." And
how
it's
come we're not
cool.
doing that?
I know we should adopt that now that they're leaving, you know? And the other thing that was funny is when Utah scored, the whole crowd, like whatever the guy's last name is, like, Johnson, it's your fault. It's your fault. Johnson, it's your fault. It's your fault. And I thought that was awesome. So shout out to the Grizzlies. Shout out to anyone that's going to miss someone. Because the one thing that is cool about, I wish we were keeping like a lower level hockey league, because like we were just talking about the playoff, like you can't take a family of 4 to a playoff game, but you can get a Grizzlies ticket for $12, you know? And so
it'd be cool if it'd be cool if we had another ECHL team, maybe in Utah County or something, you know. Maybe that's the next step, is we open up a small rink and have and I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it's a bummer to see the Grizzlies leave, but I will tell you the honest truth. I haven't been to a Grizzlies game since the Mammoth came to town.
Me too. Yeah,
I know that's awful, but all my sports dollars and time are already invested in the Mammoth.
Exactly.
So I wish them the best, you know.
Well, and yeah, I wish him the best too, but it's exactly like I was telling people in the shop this week. Is like, I remember when the Mammoth first came and I was like die hard fanning it, and people were like, "Well, why didn't you go to Grizzlies games?" And it's like, well, I didn't want to go watch the North Dakota Railroaders versus the Grizzlies when I can go watch the Penguins play, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and it's the same with the Bees. Like, oh, if an MLB team comes, you're gonna support them, but you don't go to Bees games. It's like, yeah, I don't want to watch the Sacramento River Cats when I could go watch the fucking Yankees, bro. You know,
Right. Right.
and
Right.
it's just the separation is definitely there when you
Oh,
watch
for
it as
sure.
well.
Well, you know, the NHL is a show, my man. Like,
Yeah,
you're watching one of the greatest shows on earth. I mean, you can't. I know that the Grizzlies is fun hockey, but there's something pretty damn sexy about watching the
oh.
best in the world do their thing 2-3
All
nights
I
a
was
week.
thinking
You
the
know?
whole game, I was like, Clayton Keller would have 20 goals right now.
Well, I mean, they're grinders. A lot of those, guys are good hockey players, but you're right. I mean, it's just, the great, and we've seen it, it's like it blows us away on a weekly basis just watching the NHL,
Right.
I honestly, maybe it's the time to say this is, I've been a baseball fan my entire life, but I'm really more of a baseball historian now these days because there's
Yeah.
just so many sports that I don't feel connected to that always to you. I don't know if it's a familiarity breeds contempt or, like an American will get into English soccer and, English, they're kind of over, because they understand all the fucked up things like we do about baseball or football. And the best example is the NBA, how it's making us all crazy. But it feels just like the NHL is the last bastion of just fun sports. Like it came around at a perfect time in my life to divert all my sports attention into something local and ours and is exciting and awesome and energetic as the NHL has always been. And it's just, what we're doing here in Utah and just getting about to do. Because, baby, look, we're not getting out here in first round. We're fuck that shit. We've been talking all year long about, maybe we get into the playoffs. We get into the first round. I think we can get into the second round.
100%.
I think it's better than a 50-50 chance. I think the Utah Mammoth players hear and feel us, and they know that they're doing something big. They're doing something other than, we just made the playoffs for the first time in a while. No, I think they understand that this is significant, and I think they're going out like fucking warriors. I think that's how I think they're going to give it a little more than the other team would just because they know that something amazing could happen here if they go on a run. So let's fucking go, guys. Tusk up, baby.
Tusk the fuck up, because like in the same interview I touched on earlier with Bear, what I really liked that he said, he was like, he included the fans. He's like it's not just the team that made the playoffs. He's like, it's the fans, it's everyone who supported us, it's the cooks and the practice facility. And I watched another YouTube that you guys should watch is Bar Down did a YouTube video of the new practice facility. And one of the cool things that Bear did is his only request in the whole thing is they got a table big enough for all the players and staff to eat together on. And I think that's kind of the feeling of this team and this community is like, we're all in this together, dude. We're going to show up for you. And that's why I think people are so disappointed in some losses that you think that we should get, is because I'm believing in you. Like, I'm invested in this game just like you are, And going off of that, Leroy, we got a crazy thing. So we're sitting in the wild card 1 spot. We need tonight's win over Calgary to secure that. But that Pacific race last night, the Golden Knights stunned the Avalanche, beat them 3-2, I think the final score was. And they go up. They're in first in the Pacific now with 91 points. Oilers with 90 and the Ducks right behind at 89. Going into this week, Lee, who would you rather play?
Who do I want to play in the playoffs? I want to play the Anaheim Ducks.
That's who I want to.
Yeah. I think, look, all my bravado talk with the Oilers, look, I think I'd rather just not take my chances because that team can get pretty fucking hot.
One name, McJesus.
Yeah. Well, I see an Anaheim team that doesn't have as much playoff experience as the Oilers or the Golden Knights. And so I think as far as a matchup that we could probably handle or even maybe eclipse, I think we've got better leadership on the ice than the Ducks. And I think that that's the team I think that is probably the easiest challenge to get us out in the second round. What do you think? Get us out of the first into the second.
I would definitely enjoy the Ducks for multiple reasons. A, I don't want to play McDavid. Like when we went to that game on Tuesday, Meg looks at me, she goes, "What number's McDavid?" I go, "You'll know." And he just zipped up the ice and scored like a minute right after I told her. She's like, "Yep,
that's him.
That's McDavid." Yeah. Like you can just see him. Like he's so good. I don't want to play him. I don't think that it's an impossible task to beat them. I don't think it's impossible, but they're definitely the harder of the three. Knights got a new coach. I'm not too scared of them, but the Ducks, I don't want to play the Knights either because there's a lot of Knights fans here.
I think that's the other reason I want the Ducks.
Like
is
Ducks,
because
we flood the Delta Center.
Yeah, if you had resale tickets, there's less likely chance that a Duck fan is going to buy that ticket as opposed to an Oilers fan. But yeah, I think that's the easiest way out of the first round is the Ducks. But ultimately, we're going to have to beat two of those three teams anyways, it seems like.
Yeah.
So
and no matter what, if you want to beat the Stanley Cup, win the Stanley Cup, you got to beat some fucking dogs out there, bro.
Yeah. We're either going to have to beat them now or later. That's just it. Let's just
do you want to beat them when you're healthy, or do you want to beat them in the third round?
Yeah. I mean, what would be nice is, you're right. We get right back on with Calgary tonight, back to our winning ways. We got a lot of momentum coming up next week. And we get the Blues. I think we can knock the Blues off pretty easy. Who's the other team that we get next week?
Winnipeg.
All right. They've been better lately, but, the Winnipeg, not last year's Winnipeg team. So, either way, these are all winnable games. It'd be awesome to go into the playoffs with a whole shit ton of momentum, like 8 of the last 10, something like that, which is definitely doable.
100%.
Yeah.
I think I also want to touch that we've told so many people that we're doing a watch party for that first playoff game. People, we're not going to know until Thursday. Like I get DMs every day and people asking me, "Hey, when's that?" I'm like, "Bro, like we just said, the Pacific right now is 91, 90, 89 with 3 games left. That could turn into anything. So no one knows. Yeah. I'm hoping we get an afternoon game because we're old guys now, but
I think it's likely that we end up with a Saturday game or a Sunday morning game. So
Sunday,
just remember, whatever it is,
baby.
It's at Big Willie's, 1717 South Main. Like when that game comes, remember, we'll be there, and that's where the party is.
Yep. We're giving away 3 signed pucks.
We got a Dylan Gunther puck. We got a Lawson Krause puck. We've got Nick Schmaltz puck. We've got stickers.
We're ready. We're ready.
We're ready.
But Lee, let's be real. I just want to congratulate everybody that listens to this. I want to congratulate you. This isn't a small feat to be in the race to win Lord Stanley, which is arguably and low key not arguably the greatest trophy in professional sports. So, and take this in. Like Barrett said, let everybody know. If they've never watched hockey, make them watch the playoffs. Because even when we didn't have the Utah Mammoth and I wasn't following the NHL, I always have made a point. You watch NHL playoff hockey. It's mandatory as a sports fan.
Yeah. Okay, now look, the game's going to get a little rougher. It's going to get a little quicker. We've watched a season and we watched some playoffs. The playoff games are going to be a little bit more intense. They're going to feel a lot more like these games have at home the last couple of weeks, right? Where it seems like something bigger is going on actually, it's going to be violent and it's going to be tough. And these teams are going to come and try it out and punch us in the mouth and take us our lunch. And we just got to hold tough. And I think that we're going to have enough adrenaline considering our circumstance and all these players. Like I said, they're all Utahns now too. So, yeah, man, defend that ice. I think if we play well at home as well as we play, like I think we've got this. Especially if
I agree.
we'll see what opponent we get.
Right. But hey, regardless, let's have some fun. Let's embrace the boys. Let's cheer them on because we're going to the playoffs. Ready or not, here we come. Excuse me. So don't forget, call the number right here. Let us know how you feel about the playoffs. By the time you and me talk, Leroy, we probably have already played our first playoff game.
Oh, wow. That's right. We're actually, by the next time we're talking, we will have already.
Be knee deep.
Yeah.
We'll know who we'll already have played.
Playoffs next weekend, baby. Come watch them with Slapshot Utah, Big Willie's 1717 South Main. We're going to have a great time.
Hell yeah. Well, congratulations, everybody. The Utah Mammoth are in the playoffs, and we'll be there cheering them on with you. Give us a call on Slapshot Utah at 801-810-4869. Leroy, have a great last day in New Orleans. Have a safe trip back. We'll see you when you're back in Salt Lake City, home of the playoff-ready Utah Mammoth.